Where to start your AI journey? That is quite a big question. I will try to deep dive into this and try to explain that a bit with the use of Gartner's AI Opportunity model. You might have heard about it, you might not. I think it's a really good model to actually explain what is going on all around us. So, welcome to Pharma AI Academy. I'm Ulrik Jørgensen, the founder of Pharma AI Academy. If you are here the first time, welcome to the channel. We are here to educate people in the pharmaceutical industry on the foundations of AI, to specifically use that in AI. And this is a foundation course, so if you are an expert in AI and know everything about that, also in the pharmaceutical industry, then this is not for you. But if you are a newbie or a person that is actually curious of learning new things regarding AI in the pharmaceutical industry, this course is specifically for you that would actually like to educate yourself more and get kind of the foundation of an AI education. So stick around for this. I know there will be a lot of new things for you guys, but I also hope that this will give a lot of value for you for the future. So stick around. So from Gartner, 1.5 years back, they created this Gartner AI Opportunity Radar. And I think this is a really good way of actually seeing how we use AI. So first of all, we have everyday AI. That is basically your productivity gain tool, like Copilot and ChatGPT and these kind of things. And on the other hand, you have the game-changing AIs, where they actually disrupt whole businesses or create new ones, right? And on the other part, you have the internal ones, and then you have the customer-facing ones. And I know that could be a lot to grasp in one go, but I will actually take you through all of these 4 quadrants step by step, and actually try to relate that into what does that actually mean for people working in the pharmaceutical industry in different areas. So let's dig into that. So let's look on the everyday AI on the internal part, the back office part of it. So that's the productivity gain that I think the majority of you actually have seen so far, right? Meeting note transcripts. You can actually also ask it to maybe what were the participants, what were the actions, when are we going to meet next time, and so on. You have probably seen that from Copilot or any of the other apps out there. But it could also be used to actually draft documents or emails, or even actually make draft project plans for things that you have defined already, right? For the people that in your company is writing code, maybe for statistical reasons or whatever it is, they can actually use it to actually draft code or even do whole things with code or code review or things like that. But also in the finance department, where you have huge spreadsheet, you can actually ask, for instance, Copilot or others to actually get things out, make a graph or do other things, or work with historical data that you have in one of your applications or in a SharePoint drive. So this is kind of the back office thing, and I think a lot of you actually have seen this already, and some of you actually might have actually also worked with it. And this is a productivity part of it for the internal use. Looking into the external part of everyday AI. So now we are talking about customer service, sales, marketing, user experience of the when customers are interacting with you, right? So this could be your commercial marketing team or communication team interaction on social media, depending on what industry you are in and what is allowed, right? So, but that kind of interaction to post things and then react in an automated fashion with different things. It could be if people are reacting to it, you are sending a link to an article or whatever it might be. But it could also be when they are sending a mail that you actually are sorting things out depending on what they actually are writing and guiding it into the right hands of the right people in the company to take care of these kind of things. So it's a lot to do with the customers coming from the outside. And here, I don't think that we have seen so much. I know there's several things out there in terms of customer experience and so on. It might be video creation, content creation, and these kind of things that you are actually able to do very nice videos that are in an artificial way created, and these kind of things. So it's visual things, content for publications, drawings that are made by artificial intelligence or things like that. So now you know what is everyday AI, and that is a moving target. Please remember that. But everyday AI will not provide you with sustainable competitive advantages for you and your company in the future if you just stay there, right? Because that is just the baseline. You need to move into having a competitive edge on that, right? And that we will move into now. And that's a little more exploratory and maybe a little more distance to where you are now. Now, finally, on the game-changing AI part, we will start on the external side of it. And I know not a lot of this is actually mature enough. I think there are smaller companies and tools out there that actually can do these kind of things. But remember, there's also a lot of regulations about it and maturity that we still need to build in, right? So a lot of this is still very, very, very early days, but these are just some of the things that I think we will see fairly soon, actually, right? So imagine that you have AI-powered tools that can actually help drive patient outcomes, right? By them sticking to the regime that has actually been laid out, so they actually adhere to taking the drugs regularly or in the amounts that they need, depending on whatever schemes that are there, right? So I think we will see things like that coming up very soon, integrated maybe with devices and so on, or apps on people's phone. Drug discovery, so whole new services, and I think I talked about these disruptive industries, right? Just imagine that you have a company that is not a pharmaceutical company, but a research company that just find drug candidates for different diseases based on simulation of diseases and molecules, either from patents, from research, and is actually mapping that into diseases and how they actually work. And actually come up with drug candidates that they then sell to pharmaceutical companies. And I've actually heard about a Hong Kong-based company that actually does these kind of things. So that is a whole new way of working with new drugs right out there. It could also be an AI-powered tool that is, the co-worker of a healthcare professional that will help them diagnose patients faster, or maybe finding the root cause of something very, very early on, instead of maybe having a lot of interviews and a lot of tests done, right? Having an AI-powered tool to assist the healthcare professionals in their decision. So this will not be only AI-driven part of it. This is a kind of a human in the loop, and they will still decide, but it's kind of their sidekick in all of this. And honestly, I think this will be game-changing, and this will come very soon. It might take a couple of years before we are fully there, but I think these are some of the ideas. If you want to make game-changing AI, this is actually one of the places where you need to be. So continue on the game-changing AI part, but now on the internal front. And I think here it's working with the data that the pharmaceutical companies actually have, right? So they have molecular structures, documentation, data from all the studies that they have made, but also maybe from the pharmacovigilance part of it. And I think having simulations of drug candidates and how they actually interact in the biological systems and how things will fit together and so on, that can actually now be simulated even better now with the AI models that we have, right? And again, looking into pharmacovigilance and the data we have there, maybe over many, many years, what is it actually that we have seen? Can we see some things that are either good or bad in the data that we have, right? Maybe we can actually also simulate animal studies, so we can actually limit the amount of real animals that we are using for our clinical trials even further than we have done today. Some of it might also require that we actually work with the regulators to actually allow that part of it. But I think these kind of things, working with the data that we have, because we have so much data inside the pharmaceutical companies that we can actually use, right? So I think the internal part of the game-changing AI will all be around the data and the knowledge that we in the pharmaceutical industry have. So let's recap on the Gartner AI Opportunity Radar and what we have just been through for the last 10 minutes. So everyday AI and game-changing AI start with the everyday AI. That is where you need to begin your AI journey. Don't go out and try to invent a lot of new game-changing things if you don't know the basics of AI, because you will probably fail into that. So start using the productivity tools that are out there and learn them and learn the terminologies, and then you can move into the game-changing part of it. But it is definitely also a must if you would like to be competitive in the pharmaceutical industry, that you actually educate yourself on this, right? Because in the future, you will not have a competitive advantage if you are not fully aware of the everyday AI tools that are out there for you to actually perform, because everybody else will have them, right? So learn all of these and get them, incorporated in your everyday life. Try to explore them every day, use them, set yourself up for success, right? And we will, in this Pharma AI Academy, we will work more with all of these tools. Maybe at some point in time, we will also move into the game-changing AI part of it. I don't know yet, but let's get the foundation right first. So today we have been through the Gartner AI Opportunity Radar. Thank you for sticking to the end. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go in at pharmaaiacademy.com. Look at all the courses that we have there. You need to sign up for them, but a lot of them are free. So go in. Thanks for sticking to the end.